Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures. My name is Malie, and today we are doing a lot of different videos. This is going to be the fourth video that I've finished. All the rest of them were indoor gardening videos, but I saved this one for last, and this is the one I'm the most excited about. Now, if you've seen some of my past videos and seen my garden beds, you'll know that I love using the Vegega garden beds. Let me show you my Vegega beds and what they look like. Now, my soil is really rocky, and it's very, very difficult to grow anything in ground here, and I'll show you a picture of what that looks like. But I've always had to use raised beds if I wanted to grow annual vegetables or annual flowers. And I was using block beds. And I'll show you my block beds in a minute. But first, let's show you these. This is my first Vegega bed that I bought. And I did a ton of research before I bought raised metal beds. Number one, were they going to be too hot for my area? The answer was no. They don't heat up the soil appreciably. Number two, ease of use. If you look on the sides here, there's only 4 bolts. They hold together beautifully. I think this is the 3rd season with this bed, and it's held up beautifully. And I wanted to get different sizes. You can actually buy the same size and make different configurations. And let me go show you the other beds that I have. Now this is where I have my other Vegega beds. I have 6 of them. I'm going to be adding a 7th in the center there where you see that pile of dirt in the spring. But this is a round bed. Absolutely love it. It's 4 foot round. I drew some artichokes in here. This actually may have been my 2nd bed. The 3rd bed Vegega sent out for me to do videos on them. But I've been doing videos anyway because I love them. And then these last 3 beds are all exactly the same size bed, just put together in different configurations. So you can put your Vegega beds together in different shapes. They also offer different sizes, different shapes. There's L-shaped beds, there's a heart-shaped bed, there's a lot of different ones that you can add to your garden. And they all do really, really well. Now they're coated with a coating, and I will link a website below so you can look up that coating that makes them rust resistant. And they will last at least 20 years. Now here's my block beds. I absolutely love my block beds. My block beds are about 4 by 8. But I'm getting older, and putting these together is getting harder and harder. The blocks are really, really heavy, and I have to individually carry each one to their spot. And I didn't want to do wood beds because I didn't ever want to have to replace them. And we're not going to have to do that, especially with the Vegega raised metal beds. Now, I was recently contacted by Vegega, and they asked me to do some more videos for them. And I let them know, well, it's winter and there's snow on the ground. They said, yeah, that's what we were counting on. And I want to show you what they sent me. Now, it's really hard to see. We're going to pull these out so you can see what's in them. But if you look inside here, there's poles. This is not a raised metal bed. This is a cover for the raised metal bed. This one right here is an insect covering. And this one right here is for covering in the winter. This is a plastic. I'll see if I can get more information that I can link below on, they call it a PE, I think, plastic. And I use greenhouse plastics. Now this is absolutely perfect because I love growing vegetables over the winter outdoors in my raised metal beds. I live in Utah, Zone 7. We've had Zone 6 winters and even Zone 5 winters, but I found that a simple hoop with greenhouse plastic over the top and some floating row cover or agribond or whatever you want to call it over your vegetables, and you can actually grow through the entire winter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this homemade version that I made myself with the one that Vegega sent me, and we're going to compare my homemade low hoop house with the one that they have. Now I have no doubt that the vegetables are going to grow beautifully in both, but we're going to look at ease of use. So as I take this apart, we're going to show you how I put it together and talk to you about the difficulty of using these. They work beautifully. They just have a few difficulties that I've been trying to figure out how to improve, and I think Vegega may have improved it. So now what I have here is I have my plastic wrapped around these hoops, and they are attached with these PVC clamps. I also have to use rocks because the PVC clamps don't hold that tightly. And then I have strings over the top so that I can open the plastic and leave it open. Let me show you what it looks like when I open the plastic and all the steps I have to go through to get this open. So we take off the clamp that's holding this side. Now, despite the problems and the complaining, these have worked really well for me. They just do take a little bit of work. Like I'm gonna have to go, I have 3 more of these, up on my upper lot that I need to open up, because we're going to, in mid-December, just before Christmas, we're gonna have temperatures in the 50s. And I want these plants to have as much natural light as possible. But inside of my hoop house, I actually have a covering of agribon that I'm going to fold back, and this is what my vegetables look like. Now we've hit the teens, the low teens already. We've had weeks and weeks of temperatures that topped out in the 30s and nights stayed in the teens or 20s, and my vegetables have done beautifully. Now I have added jugs of water for just extra protection, but I have my other bed without jugs of water that has done just as well. We have cabbages, kohlrabi, chijimisai, and I had some onions in here that seem to be getting covered up, but bunching onions are growing in here also. All of these can tolerate freezing temperatures. So now that's an overview of what mine look like. Let's move this one right now. And once I move it to the other area that I'm going to put it in, I will show you how I put it together and show you the difficulties and the ease and all of that that works with my homemade one. Then we're going to get to the Vegega one. I'm really excited about that. So there it is. That's all there is to it. I'll come back another time and after I'm done with the Vegega bed and fix the plastic on this. Like I said, it gets held on with the PVC clamps. But let's go look and see what Vegega has done. So here's my bed without a cover. Let's see if the ground is frozen. The ground is not frozen in this bed. The cover has helped it stay unfrozen, plus we're on the south side of my house. Let me get what they have unboxed and see what it looks like. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to pull out the insect netting. And we'll just leave this for next summer. I'm really excited to have this because I can grow my broccoli and cabbages and all the plants that suffer with aphids and cabbage moth. We can use this. Now let's dump out everything else. And this right here is the plastic covering. It looks stronger than what I have. I am using just regular greenhouse plastic, but this has kind of like, I don't know what you would call, but it looks like it has something to strengthen the plastic. So that's exciting. We've got all of these poles. Now that we've got the package open, let's carefully read the instructions. So the other things that I'm going to need is my Vegega tool that, thank heavens, I put away where I could find it, and my trowel, because we're going to need to dig out down to the 3rd bolt. So let's dig out to the 3rd bolt. Okay, we've got one on. Let's get the rest on. So it took a little bit, but it wasn't hard. It's just my fingers don't work as well as some others, but we've got the outside trellis part of this, and this is going to be so steady. It is part of the bed. It's not going anywhere. Now for step 2. What is step 2? Not going to be that hard. Okay, I love this so far. This is extremely stable. It's not wiggly. It's attached to the bed. These were really easy. These are really easy. So you just slide the pieces together. It's like a tongue and groove, slide them together. And then this screw right here goes all the way through to the bottom. But this is really, really stable. Let's finish it up. Okay, so far we've attached the supports to the side of the bed. We made our nice little circle. You can see how the grooves slide together. We screwed the top in to the supports. And now we're going to make the arches. Now my battery is quickly running out and it's getting dark, but look at this. This was easy. Just slid, it was tongue and groove, slide those in. There's a screw that goes in the bottom, and this can be configured for any size bed, it looks like. So, I'm excited. Let's get the cover on. Oh my word, I love it. It fits over the bed really nicely. It's got zippers and ties. So you can open it up either side and tie it open. Look how amazing that is. It's tight down around the bed, so you're not going to get cold air sneaking up through it or the warm air sneaking out. I absolutely love this. Let's see if I have enough battery to open it up. I'll have to see how you're supposed to work how you can keep that open, but it's got ties on it so it can tie somewhere. And it's got plenty of access on both sides, zip up, zip down. I'm going to need more of these. I absolutely love it. Now I will keep you updated on how these covers do compared to mine, and I have no doubt that they're going to work just as good as mine, even better. They're easier access, they're easier to put together, and I will put a link down below. I have a Vegega 10% discount that I can give you, and it'll give you a link down below where you can purchase these. Now I am an affiliate for Vegega, so I do get a little bit of a cut from this, but that doesn't increase your cost. It just gives me a little bit more money to run my channel. So thank you very much, Vegega, for sending these over. I absolutely love them. You can leave this up, use it as a trellis, use it for insect netting. I absolutely love it. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If it has been helpful, I hope you like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and go have a wonderful garden adventure.